Welcome to CollectionDX review from AJ Pro Diecast. This review is going to be pretty short. It's on the Fewture Boss Borot silver version. Now, if you'll notice in the review, basically right here, you'll see on the post some rusting, and that came in a brand new box, sealed from the dealer. And I had this problem with the color version also, that basically the posts and the screws in these Fewture releases, they both the boxes, like you can see in the picture, have like brownish tape that sticks to the box, and it seems like it was really overheated. And like I said, everything was sealed, and the rust is on the chrome posts and the screws, and it is not factory. Like, it's not supposed to look like that, duh. But basically, when I open it up, brand new, there rust on a lot of the screws and a rust on the posts, and this chain, which is metal, had rust on it also in some certain spots. So there was like rust powder in all the baggies. So when you buy this thing online, make sure you ask the seller to open it, or make sure it's opened, or have pictures of it, and have this done. Now, the good news for me was with the color version, I actually took this apart, screw in the back, these two posts in the back screw in, I took those apart, and then I took all these posts out and I painted them silver, because with this colored version of Boss Borot, it really didn't work at all. But if you notice with the silver version, it didn't drive me crazy. Luckily, the person I purchased this for, the dealer I purchased this for, this Japan dealer, is an awesome store. I wish I could mention them. They are one of the sponsors of CDX, and they sent me a credit to cover. I bought this silver version of Boss Borot and the silver version of Doubless from Fewture. It was like a two-part set on sale, and I bought them both. They were both sealed, and the Doubless box did not look as heat damaged as it, but once again, it had screws that were rusty and anything that was metal. Now, if you look at this Boss Borot, this is die cast, this is all plastic, this is plastic. There's the knee pads, field die cast, the arms are all plastic, and the chain is metal. This is heavy, but this is plastic, and this big metal thing is plastic. But like you've noticed from my review, is all the pictures of all the plastic parts have rust damage to them. So it's part of the kind of style of it. So having the rust on the screws and the posts, while totally annoying to a collector, does not hurt the aesthetic at all. In fact, it kind of adds to or brings out the aesthetic. So in the color version that I did a review on a long time ago, it drove me crazy. I had to fix the posts, and it was never, I had to sell it. It just aggravated the life out of me. And this one with the posts that are rusty and the screws that are rusty, it just seems right. It goes with it. Now, you notice the two figures inside, they are colored. And the figure in top, he has a colored shirt in the colored version, and in this version he has a silver shirt with black trim. His face is painted, so he's not all the figures aren't black and white. Even the food is colored, so it's definitely a colored. It gives some color to the silver version. It has the the purplish spotlight and the purplish knob right here. Now, the head helmet does have a feature where the little eyes bulge out and everything, and it's kind of cool. And you can make them have like a weird look to them. And then the guy on the top does turn. I will notice one thing. Well, when you put the helmet on, you try to line it up with the holes and push it in, and it doesn't rest in well. Like, it's ready to pop out with like the slightest hit. You can get it in there good, and it's supposed to turn, but it pops up pretty easy. The arms have decent mobility. I mean, not great. The legs do have ratchet design at the knees, but they're not majorly posable. I got them on the stand already. The stand screws in the back, and then it's adjustable. It doesn't really hold up his weight, so if you try to have him fly or anything like that, he'll fall forward. You can't really make him do like a flying kick pose like you could with the getters. The getter stands seem to hold them a little better. I mean, I could try to tighten that screw, but I've done that. It still just strips. So here's the chain, here's the guy. You can put the claws, on them, and then kind of look like Will Robinson, Lost in Space robot. So that's pretty cool. These screws, of course, were all rusted also, and I just touched them up with black paint, which I probably shouldn't have, seeing as how there was all rust everywhere else. But if you notice in some of these screws right here, the black screws, there's a little rust inside. You can't really see it that much. And once again, some friends at CollectionDX just told me to put some WD-40 on it just to reduce the amount. And like I said, it aggravates me to no end. But I actually grew to like it, if that's possible, of having rust on a collectible that I really like. The price of this baby, fluctuates. It started out at the normal 199 USD. Fell all the way to clearance to $99 to $90 to $80 certain places. I originally had the silver one, and I got him for $90 at an American dealer on clearance, of course. Got him, hated him for some reason, got rid of him. Bought the color one on eBay for around $100 plus $50 shipping. Then I saw these on sale at a place, both them together. Sold the color one, missed that. Then I got this guy back, and honestly, what's really weird about this is I was not a fan of this release at all. I didn't really like it. I thought it had nowhere near the amount of metal that all the other EX Gokin releases from Fewture has. But doing this review, I got a new appreciation for him. I don't know why, but this one seems a little higher quality than the other one I got. The joints move, the arms pose. He holds a pose really well. His head turns. The figure inside turns with the head, which is really nice. The detailing is cool. I like how the figures are doing, the little remotes inside. Even the back legs, if you look here, the pistons move up and down when you move the feet up and down, which is really cool. And these side pistons, you can actually take these off and have them hold down, but I wouldn't. Like I said, there's some ratchet motion right here. The hips are a little narrow and don't move that much, but like I said, he has a very nice, cool presence. It's a good boss, Borot. If you can get him on the cheap, get him. If you can't get him on the cheap, I would pass, because one, the die-cast content isn't a lot, and two, the other reason is the rust issues. So if you buy the color version, I would say, check out my other review, and that rust just drove me crazy on the color version. On this version, kind of goes along with it. And if I wanted to, I could still take out these posts, but I probably never would for the rust version, because like I said, if you see every piece of plastic, it's got rusting details on it. So it almost seems like this is the one Chogokin that if you had rust on it, it seems to be made for it. So I'll be doing the doubless review in the coming days. Check that out. So once again, this is AJ Pro Diecast, doing a review of Fewture Boss Borot Silver version. And like I said, he's pretty darn cool if you get over the flow of flaws and you get over the problems. Take care.